Well, the end of the day, so I guess I got a few minutes, and you're here for a story. Well, I got 29 years of stories, so I'll give you one of them. Young lady north of town, high school girl, at her own home, was attacked and raped. An illegal alien busted in and raped her. He didn't have an easy time of it. She knew Taekwondo. Pretty experienced fighter she was, and so she gave him a good tussle, I'm here to tell you, before he got done what he wanted done. But she got beat up real bad off of the deal. Well, the next day the old cops were out hunting that Mexican illegal alien, and they couldn't find him. Now I was over at the park. Car come pulling up in front of me. 5 kids coming out of the doors, and they was jamming their guns back in and squeegeeing them around so they could get out. And it looked to me like every one of them had a shotgun. And they come over to the candy truck and they said, "We're getting some food before we head out." And I said I didn't know it was bunny rabbit hunting season. And because I figured I better say something. And they openly said, "No, we're hunting Mexicans." And I said, "Well, as far as I know, it was just one that did the raping." And they said, "We don't care. We're going to go Mexican hunting." And I thought, oh boy. Well, I better see if I can slow this down. Now, if I'd have just started chewing them and or trying to preach at them, they'd have got on a high horse and left immediately. So I said, I'll tell you what, if you're going to go Mexican hunting, you're going to need some energy. And I'll give you free giant snow cones. How's that? For 5 of you. And they agreed. Well, the time it took me to make 5 snow cones allowed me a few minutes to talk to them that I wouldn't have had otherwise. I started out by saying that that's a great idea that you have of going and hunting Mexicans. But have you thought about, what you're doing? Have you, you do realize that the cops are all over out there looking for that Mexican. And they've got an aircraft looking, not just on the roads, but they've got an aircraft on top. If they see a car driving slow, looking for a Mexican, and they pull him over and there's 5 kids in there with 5 shotguns, and one kid said, "I got a rifle." Okay, 4 shotguns and a rifle. You're going to be in a bucket of trouble that you can't imagine. And so I said, you might want to think twice about it. But let's say you get by and the cops don't stop you. Now, what are you going to do if you catch the Mexican? Now, there's a good chance he might be armed. If he is armed, he's going to shoot back at you or shoot you to begin with. You ever been shot at? I have. In fact, I've had my hat shot off of me. Not fun. I kid you not. Be that as it may. Let's say that you don't get busted by the cops. You find the Mexican. Are you going to kill him? Yeah, we're going to kill him, they said. Oh, boy. I said, okay, if that's the way you want to do it. And I said, okay, what are you going to do with the body? Their eyes kind of glassed over. They hadn't even thought about that. I said, you might want to think about that. 16-year-old kids. And I said, okay, let's take the next step. Say you killed him. None of you got shot, luckily. You bury the body. Sooner or later, somebody's going to find out something. And they're going to haul you 5 down in jail, separate you, and the one that squeals on the other 4 is going to get a free ride out of jail, and the other 4 are going to go to prison, where they will get raped every day for the next 20 years. Now, which one of you is going to do the squealing? And which one of you can you trust everybody with the next 20 years of your life? You might want to think long and hard about this. I could tell as I handed out my 5th snow cone that I'd wiggled the branches a little bit with these kids. And they walked off a lot slower than they came over, and none of them was screaming and hollering and whooping up the pride of what they had in mind. No, they didn't go out Mexican hunting that day. And it was probably a good thing. And as far as that goes, they didn't really need to worry about it. The best thing that could have happened to that Mexican is if the cops would have caught him. Because as soon as it happened, the Ku Klux Klan locally put a bounty on him. And, of course, that didn't count what the local witches said they'd do if they caught him. That cult said that if they caught him, they'd skin him alive. Skin him alive, and I don't mean figuratively. Needless to say, when you got those two groups out hunting you, you better pray that the cops get you first. All I know is the guy was never found. That's all I know. But that's the story. Rate this film and you have a good day.